OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below, and then super chats as well. Also, something about wraithax.eth domain name and oi. Yes, so the wind has hecked up my hair. I'm not gonna lie, the hair has been hecked up for quite a while now. I've been thinking about getting it cut, but because of the Darcy Donovan movie that I'm doing next year, she wants me to keep it long, and I already cut it once, and I don't know. Comment down below if you want me to cut it. I think the last time I cut it, I think I charged like $700 or something for it, or maybe that was in conjunction with the eyebrows. I'm not sure. We'll do a poll on that later. So we have some wallets to break down, and we have some. It's not going to be. I guess it's going to be a giveaway. I don't know how long I'm going to keep the challenge going for. I'll keep you posted. But let's go to OMI real quick and let's see how it's done on the day over the last week or so compared to everything. OMI over the last day is actually not too bad. It's actually up 1.9%, almost 2%. It is up to 00084, so not bad if you had bought over the last 24 hours or over 24 hours ago. Up a nice 2%. For Okomi is 550,000 in trading volume. That is absolutely abysmal. Is absolutely nothing. So the increase in price is not due to trading. It's not due to volume. It is just due to lack of people selling. Really, people don't want to sell it. I mean, who wants to sell a 000? I mean, if you had bought it 00073 and it's up to 00085 now, yeah, you might want to take a little bit if you're day trading. Some people do that. I'm not a fan. But again, that's just me. Let's take a look on how it did against Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we'll go on from there. And then we'll take a look at the OMI wallets, and then we'll take a look at the giveaway stuff. So we actually outperformed everything. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, USD, BNB, XRP, Binance, Dogecoin, Cardano, Polygon, Lido, OKB, whatever that is, actually up 4.3%. But outside of that, we are ahead of the top 11, the number 12, obviously OKB, we did not. Polkadot, Dai, Tron, Shiba Inu, Litecoin, Solana, Uniswap, Avalanche, Tonacon, Leo Token, Wrap Bitcoin Chain. Honestly, this goes on forever. We didn't outperform number 12, number 31, and then honestly, we outproduced, or we outperformed everything, most things in the top 100 outside of those two. So all around pretty good. Again, we can't really calculate it today against the Dow, the S&P, or the Nasdaq because they are closed. They will go and reignite next week, I believe on Monday, and then once we go on, we'll be able to compare that. But going with some news here, going with some OMI news. Let's go and take a look at today. Bought a couple of Marvel Mighties. Number 78 in Baku was $39. It was pretty nice. I love that. And then I had some very successful stuff, but Jason Colon had gone on and said, OMI wallet rank entry amount across all chains. The top 10 wallets all have 10 billion or more. The top 50 have a billion or more. Top 100 have 380 million or more. So I'm no longer in top 100, which is super fantastic because I want it to be, the top 200 is 90 million right now. I want it to be that I'm no longer in the top 200. Well, Chavez, why do you want to sell 60 million OMI? No, not at all. I just want to make it so that in the next couple of years, a lot of people outbuy me. That means there's more people with that amount of OMI and set amount of wallets. Top 300 is 53, 400 is 40 million, 500 is 31 million, top 1,000 is 15 million, and the top 5,000 are 2.5 million OMI in a single wallet. Now, all of this being said, I am actually, all of my wallets, I have 7 of them. None of them are in the top 500. Every single one of my wallets is in top 1,000. I think one or two might even be below in top 5,000, because I have 7 different wallets. That you don't want to keep 150 million OMI in one place. So all of my wallets together are not even top 500. I mean, together they are. Together they're in the top 200, but each one, piece by piece, is in the top 1,000. So I thought that was really interesting. And then you have total wallet population across all chains. Ethereum Layer 1, Layer 2, Wrapped OMI, and GoChain. And technically there is Polygon OMI as well, but I don't know how many people have that. GoChain data remains limited to top 5,100 wallets, can account for 44,355 wallets in total. 400. It's an additional 433 since December 4th. Data on GoChain is partial. Now, again, with this, all right, so 10 people have 10 billion or more, and then 50 people have a billion or more? That's so much. Again, that only tells part of the story. You have, guys, there are not 50 people that have a billion OMI or more. There's not. Um, there are obviously 50 wallets that have a billion or more, but you have to understand, people like Dr. Profit, a couple of other whales that I know, they're not keeping the same thing like me. If I'm not keeping my 150 million OMI in one place, they're not keeping their billions of OMI in one place either. They're gonna skirt it around, and they might have a couple billion here, a couple billion there. So, when you have something like that, you have to understand. I can see the FUD coming out with this already. Oh, there's too top heavy. There's 50 people with over a billion OMI. That's most likely a dozen or so people, all with a bunch of different wallets, almost guaranteed. But again, that's just the way I'm interpreting it. You can track the wallets. You can't really track the identity for the wallets. I mean, you might be able to for some of them, but definitely not all. They do say that if you are considered a blue whale, you have a billion OMI or more. You're a sperm whale if you have 100 million OMI or more. Humpback whale has 50 million, killer whale 25 million, great white shark 10 million, tiger shark 5 million, bull shark 2.5 million, and dolphin is 1 million, apparently, according to that chart. Yeah, that's it. So Sergio Rodriguez over on Facebook says, in the last 24 hours, you had 7,555 collectibles sold on Veve, which is up an additional 61.5%. Since I guess that's day over day. The source is Veve feed via Immutable X blockchain data, and then you have shout out to Wes. Wes said people are sleeping on mighties. So I'll just keep stacking ghost spideys. Currently at 211 ghost spideys. I only have like 6 of her. None of them are sub 100s. Wes is doing very well. Wes has a whole bunch of OMI, like tens of millions. And not only does he have 211 ghost spideys, he has, oh God, where did I see it? He got the number 1, I'll go to my Twitter real quick. The number 41 Jane Foster. Let me just give him a quick shout out here. I don't know where is that. Yep, congrats to West Vibe for grabbing the number 41 Jane Foster Marvel Mighty. I'm jealous. Great snipe, brother. And it's Veve West over on that. That's wild. Absolutely bananas. With some other things today that I have shared. I don't know if I shared this yesterday. My friend Ernie had gone on and said, good times in New York City. And, in New York City, there's this beautiful family, his late wife, and Ernie's right there, and me almost right next to him. He's one of the biggest Veve OMI whales that I know, representing a very large whale group out where he's from. Just really proud of my friendo. In other news, we do have Journey into Mystery that is coming out on, God, when is this? The 27th, so that'll be on Tuesday. So we have a couple days for that. Guys, that is a grail. That is 100,000% a grail. That is a top 20 comic from Marvel, if not top 10. You pay hundreds of thousands for that. Like, it would be hundreds of thousands of dollars for that comic in real life. So obviously, and there's only 10,000. So it is similar to Amazing Fantasy 15, where there is only 10,000. Very, very excited. I'm gonna get one. They are $20 each, and people are like, oh no, $20 each. God forbid. God forbid. Veve decides to make 200K in one go. This is really, really, honestly, they could put it for $50 each. It would sell out because secret rares are going to be thousands. Like thousands. Let's see what now this is obviously not AF15, but let's take a look-see and see what we got here on the market for comics. But again, this is not AF15, but it's a really good one. Let's see what AF15's at, and then we can kind of compare. Doctor Strange, Thor, Avengers, all new Thor vs. Hercules. Hercules is so cool. Squirrel Girl, Alpha Flight. Oh, Fallen Sun, The Death of Captain America, The Wolverine. That's okay. Here we go. Amazing Fantasy 15. There's 26 of them on set. All right, so it's $9,700 for the floor of Amazing Fantasy 15. This secret rare will get 5K probably. Um, this is a super important comic. Like I said, this is a grail. I would say, definitely have an expert opinion like Comics and Crypto or Sleeping Comics. Ask them. And I'm sorry, guys, if you're watching, your DMs are going to be blown up. Definitely ask them. They'd have a much better insight. But I would say this is definitely going for thousands. Obviously, it's not going to go for 5 figures because AF-15 is not going for 5 figures yet. But that will obviously eventually. And it has before in the past. So on top of that, you do have, okay, partnership. M'Baku, yep. Actually, did I get 2 M'Bakus? Okay, no, the other one was the other day. We've got, I did a video on the Marvel Mighties before, comment down below if you want to get that. Wazaverse is doing 12 days of Hero Christmas giveaway. Details of the giveaway will be on the premiere video, which is going live on Christmas Day at midnight Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if that's midnight tonight in like 2 hours or if that's midnight tomorrow night. Him and Rob Stuff have a high stake pack battle. Who do you think's gonna win? So you might be able to get stuff on there. I don't know what it'll be. I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be great. Okay, so Jordan Rees on his video, he did a video where he's doing. Let's go to Jordan Rees's thing here. Let's go to his page because he's doing a giveaway. I think he might have already did it of like 100,000 OMI. It was 4 days ago. He said OMI price prediction 2025 Moonboy Xmas special, and then it's a 100,000 giveaway. So, and it's 100,000 OMI that he's given away. I will do something similar. I don't know if I'll give away 100,000, at least not right away. I might do it in parts, but I said on Twitter, what's the best photo you've ever taken with your Veve digital collectibles? Here's mine, and it's just me with a Dr. Doom Mighty. It doesn't have to be anything Marvel. It doesn't have to be a Mighty. It could just be something with a kit car. It could be something with other things, Ow, my stomach. And you'll be able to go and Kevin Chrysler, what are you doing, fam? I feel like all your stuff's being retracted. It could be with anything that you want as long as it's fun. So I said, put yours down below. Whoever posts the best one, I'll give a gift to. So far, we do have a couple of people. We have somebody posting a picture of Princess Bubblegum, and I guess their daughter's doing an action shot in the pool, jumping in. We have Ginferno going and posting his Dr. Doom next to a car. It's a 65 Mustang that he used to have. First time I ever painted my own car. Turned out pretty good. Sold it, paid off bills, then bought some OMI with what was left. Great car. I think there's a couple of, dude, back in, cars now, they're great, they're safe, and, I order my Teslas, but they have the cars back in the day had style, man. It was just, God, it was so cool. 1972 Bisa, you have the Gran Torinos, you have the 67 Chevy Impala. I mean, the Cutlasses, there's just cars that are cool. And nowadays, cars, they're fine and they're safe and they have cup holders and whatever, but oh, God. 67 Chevy Impala, again, I will enjoy my Teslas when I get them. I mean, I drive a 2012 Honda now. It's horrendous. In the snow, I'm surprised I survive the winters every year. It's horrendous. And then somebody else posted, Tommy8.eth posted Kid with Stitch. I think that's a secret rare. So I don't know exactly who I'll pick, how long I'll leave that up for, but I'll be giving away some OMI to somebody who posts a really cool picture. Could be one of them. It could be somebody else. Go to Twitter, post a cool photo with your Veve NFTs, and then we'll go from there. I am also. Oh God, no! I don't want you. I'm gonna ask everyone as I go to my channel here. if they can go and smash that like button, it's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free way, well, I already went over that. Okay, back to the Twitter, and then I'll get to comments in a second. Oh, that was it. All right, cool beans, we're done. All right, let's get this bread. I love this game. Wes says, let's get this bread. I just said that. Ugh. I was just at a Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas Eve dinner, and the food was so good. Like, the people there are, I guess, basically family now. Like, they're, I've been going there for Christmas Eve, and for a long time. It's two of my friends. It's their family. They're married now, so yeah, they're all family. And they're just, I don't know, they're cool peeps. They're pretty awesome, and the food there is always amazing. My friend Mike's wife cooked a lot, and then my friend Megan cooked a bunch, and the crab cakes, the meatballs, the mac and cheese. I ate so much food. I was very. I ate my fill, and we had some tequila, so that was nice. Turtle says, "Let's go, number 2 in the chat." Turtle says, "Merry Christmas and happiest holiday season." You too, Turtle. Hope you're doing well. Turtle says, "Randy, your live streams are such a gift." Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for enjoying them, and commenting really helps. Noad Guitar says, "You got me on this Marvel Mighty kick, Randy." Damn, Daniel. At it again with the Marvel Mighties. Okay. Oh god, there's a lot of stuffs here. Yeah, like I said, I bought. And again, if you missed my Marvel video before, let me go and I'll just take a quick little thing here. Okay. Of the 47 Marvel Mighties that we have, judging them on each individual basis, you take a look at them, and there is each one between numbers 41 and 99, because we don't have any sub 41s, I think, except for the number 39 Red Skull. If you take 47, which is each of the Marvel Mighties, and you multiply it by 59, because that's number 41 through 99, it's 59 of them, you get 2,773. And if you divide that by the total amount of Marvel Mighties there are, which again, we're taking out 90 of them because they keep the first 40 and then additional 50 on top of that, you actually get, the total minus the 90 from each one. It's a lot. It's 452,142. So if you take the sub 100s, which is 2,773, and you divide it by the total supply of 452,142, you get 0.006133029. That is slightly more than 1/2 of 1%. That is 60% of 1%. That is very, very low. Like, the amounts, again, 2,773. That's the only amount of sub 100 Marvel Mighties there are. I don't even have 1% of that, because 1% of that would be 27. I have most of them on sale. I'll show you guys what they are real quick. My listings: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I actually have 25. Oh, 26. I actually almost have 1% of the entire sub 100 Mighty set. So, which I guess I might get that 27, and obviously that'll increase. We have 5 more Mighty sets next year, but why this is such a really, in my opinion, a really good thing. Like, again, out of 452,142 of them, let's take a look at how many are in that last set. Just a look. Oh no, don't want to do that. I'm gonna go to my full sets. It's not a lot, because it's a very, very low amount. In some sets, like the Marvel Mighty, the Deadpool Chimichanga truck and the Captain Carter, there's 6,000 each. It's nothing. If we go to the Captain Carter one, Yeah, it's 6,000, and I think there's slightly more in the Deadpool Chimichanga truck. 6,100, which means 6,010 because again they keep 90. It's very, very scarce in the grand scheme of things. So yes, Nomad with guitar. I like them. Kevin Chrysler says, "Happy Christmas." Says, "We love you, Randy. Merry Christmas." Oh, Merry Christmas, brother. Nomad Guitar says, get a ledger, my dude. The new stacks looks dope AF. Dope is dope. Yeah, ledger, trust wallets, they're all fine. They're all they all work. So and you really don't have to worry about being hacked or anything. Darth Chaos is, oh, hello there, General Darth Chaos. Wes says Marvel Mighties to the moon, which again, guys, my video before on the Marvel Mighties did say it had arguments for the Marvel Mighties and arguments against the Marvel Mighties. As in, it's very possible that you do not get a game with them. It's very possible that the majority don't like the Mighties because they like the statues better and they don't like the chibi stuff. And maybe in the new generation of collectors, they don't care about first appearances. And, first appearance is not the end all be all. It's a very significant stamp and has always been traditionally for collectors meant a lot. But that's for collectors who didn't necessarily care about money as much. Now it's, things are changing a little bit. Smarty Pants 187 says, "What's good, Randy? Up to 380 Plutos now and 146 completed sets. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go." All right, let's take a look, see how many. He said he had 380. Oh my God, what a savage. What a mad lad you are. Smarty Pants. My friendo. All right, let's see what we got here. God damn, 380. Like, you have to wait, for them to go down, right? Because, yeah, if you don't want to buy any above 100, you wait till they go down below 100. You snipe a couple. And that's wild. So let's just say they are, yeah, it's, God, $38,000 worth. That's incredible. Kevin Price says, "Remember that only 800-ish can own them all." That's a good point. So Marvel Mighties, even the sets that have the lowest amount of mints, like the Captain Carter or the Deadpool Chimichanga, you still have at least 6,000 people that can collect that because, there's 6,000 of them. But when you have something like the ones that we just had, even the commons didn't have 6,000 mints. The common had 4,200, which actually meant 4,110. And the uncommon for these Marvel Mighties were 3,200, which means 3,000, 3,110. And then you have, the rare, which is Riri Williams, 2,500, which means 2,410. And you have the ultra rare of Namor. Here's where things get really interesting. Namor had originally 1,000, so only supposed to have 910 of them. But then you go on to, not Riri Williams, you go on to Shuri Black Panther, and you take a look, and it's like, okay, well, Shuri, actually, there were 1063, somehow, 90 were burned, so that brings it down to 973. And if you take the 973, most likely that's what the supply is, but if they took an additional 90, that's only 883. I know for a fact that even if one person each got a Namor, which was definitely more, but even as one person each, the completed set could only be 910 people that could get all of the Marvel Mighties. But I know, I have 2 Shuri Black Panthers. I have 2 Namors. So let's go with 910, right? I have 2 Namors. I know somebody that has 7 Namors. I know other people that have multiple Namors, so it's okay. Definitely less than 900 people can get all of those sets, because that's the lowest amount. And you might have another Marvel Mighties. If this market gets worse, and again, Veve's super flush with cash, and it's really because a lot of people here have money, so they can continue buying. But if this market in general, in the macro, which I think it'll be start to get really strong again in Q3 of next year, But for before then, it might get a little worse. And if it does, and you see like Veve say, oh, hey, we might have to lower sets even more. And, worst case scenario, they don't sell out. And then Veve burns them. So the worst case scenario is actually a really good scenario. So let's say the next Mighty set, whether it's Ant-Man or whether it's Guardians of the Galaxy, it doesn't matter. Let's say they have the same amount of mints and then they don't sell out. Now, most likely they will sell out, but if they don't, Veve will say, okay, burn them, because they've done that before. They just did that with Mr. Fantastic not too long ago. Then that means everyone that has that set is going to be super happy because things are going to be less scarce, or things are going to be more scarce because there's going to be less supply. And either they're going to have the same amount, same mint number, and it won't sell out, or the same mint number and it will sell out, or they're going to have lower mint numbers. Like right now, the common's 4,200. There's only 4,200 of them. So what if they come out with a set where the commons are 3,500 and the uncommons are 28 and the rares are 2,000 and the, ultra rares are, 800 instead of 1,000. I think the scarcest Marvel secret rare collectible is actually still the secret rare Alligator Loki. I mean, you do have the Fantastic Four poster, which is only 526, I think. Which I think that's still undervalued, because there's not a ton of those. There's only 526. So let's take a look at that. And again, in the Fantastic Four thing, I think we're going to get something if we have all of these, because they still have Johnny Storm, they still have the thing to do. But, yeah, $39. This is pretty cheap. $39 hairs. You can get a number 46 for $100. That's insane. You can get a number 50 for $60. Yeah, you can get number 50 for $60. That's the next cheapest one. But oh no, I'm sorry, number 87 for 55. I think this is the cheap or the scarcest Marvel secret rare, because it says 616. There's six, but they keep 90 of them. With the secret rare Alligator Lokis that were 800, well, if they keep 90, you only have 710. So, yes, super, super rare. I still have more than 1% of those. Got a lot. I would say, what was the last question? Yeah, 800 just going on them all. If they do that again, and again, a lot of these past Marvel Mighties have had secret rares. Let's take a look at what they are. The Riri Williams, the Black Panther ones had a secret rare. The Thor had a secret rare that was Beta Ray Bill. The Deadpool had a secret rare that was Deadpool the Duck. And this had a secret rare, the Spider-Man one. It was Spidey 2099. So outside of the one-off, the truck, they've all had secret rares. If we start getting lower ones, maybe the next set secret rare is 800 and it matches a secret rare Alligator Loki. Guys, could you imagine? God, that'd be wild. That'd be insane. Wes says 380 Plutos is absolutely insane. Yeah, dude. Wes, when I met Smarty Pants at Decon and we were going over a bunch of stuff, and I take a look at these phones and I am blown away, because some of these people that just don't show off their stuff on Twitter, or they don't have YouTube channels, and these silent whales that I met there, it's like, oh, there's people that going hard in this because they know that's the first appearance of Pluto on the blockchain. Even though it's a first edition card, and you might get something that's a little different. You might get a Pluto collectible and it might make noise, might be animated. That's still the first one on the blockchain, and that does mean something. And he might not be the only one stacking. I mean, he's definitely the only one that has that many. But yeah, it's wild. I see all of these number 41. God, these Disney posters, number 41. And how do you get all of these? It's wild. People go hard. Again, the same things that that people are scared of as kids scare them as adults. The same things they like as a kid are the same thing they like as adults. So yeah, good times. Aaron Knight says, when did Veve stop closing the market during drops? Oh, it was months ago. And it was wild when it happened because for the longest time, whoa, for the longest time. Sorry, I just love that song. For the longest time when, I can't buy anything in the market. The market's closed because something's dropping. And that was your signal to go and wait to buy. And then people got annoyed and eventually they worked on it. But yeah, that was a big FUD thing for a while. Oh yeah, Vivi's such a great marketplace. They can't buy things and sell things at the same time. It's like, okay, like they'll work on it and they'll fix it. And people are like, yeah, when? 2030? And then of course they did this year and those people shut up and find something new to FUD about. It was months ago. I think it was after we were on Immutable X when they finally stopped closing the markets. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I think. Roby1 Kenobi, what up? Wiz Callie says 380. Crazy. Congrats. Yeah, dude, it's bananas. Roby1 Kenobi, Merry Christmas. Says Merry Christmas, Chavez. Merry Christmas, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron. Dude, Harry Potter's so wild. Harry Potter's so crazy. I love those movies. Where was I? Oh my god. Dude. Jeremiah Aoyang. If you don't follow him or don't know like what he is, he's been on the podcast, just YouTube Jeremiah Aoyang, Randy Chavez. His neighbors be wild in though. Oh my god, that's the electric bill on that. The insurance on that house. Like, how do you set that up? Like, my lordy. Planflux just did it. This is cool. This is cool. With the cat. Oh, that's so cool. This tells a story. This tells a story of a cat that wants milk. That Bronson cat. The Bronson cat's really fun. Let's see what other. There's somebody else I think that commented as well. Verno, Professor Veve, Action Shot. So someone named Entitled to an Easy Cook had taken a picture with his Iron Man statue. Oh, that's cool. Dude, just gotta love that first appearance, Iron Man. Gotta love the F-A-F-E, man. F-E is the periodic table shortening for iron. Nerd thing. Wiz Kelly says market is going to get worse. Unfortunately, the printing machine hasn't stopped. Layoffs are coming in 2023. Yeah, I mean, tech people have already laid off tens of thousands of employees. You had Elon Musk do that with Twitter, and even before that, you had Mark Zuckerberg do that with Meta, with Facebook. So we've already seen a decent amount of those in the tech sector. What else could happen before then? And if you get enough of those and you get enough people not able to pay their mortgage, you have a housing crisis. So yeah, it could get worse. But that being said, we do have crypto pay-in that is coming, and we do have MCP that is coming. And again, a lot of the people in here, they got money. They're still stacking. They're not. Did I finish the rest of my? Oh shoot. I think I did. Oh no, I didn't. Hold on. Earth 2 stuff. Earth 2 is doing some giveaway stuff. You have Colonel Stats. It says on the road to 10,000 comics. He's got 6,332. That's wild. And he has 1,239 collectibles and 174 sets. People are doing things. And then people are, again, if you want to send me a gift, you don't need to send me a gift. If you want to go into Earth 2, all you have to do is click the link down below, Earth 2, link down below to my redemption code, passcode, where you get 5% off. I think it's 7.5% now. You spend $100, get $7.50 back, and I get a little money as well. It's a referral code. Use that, and then if you want to buy land in Chaveztopia, my megacity down in Earth 2, link down below that as well. And you can gift people stuff for Christmas. And somebody just gifted me some place called Hockley, and I'm excited about it. And then you do have Dr. Profit, or actually Silicon Secure says, was discussed on Twitter Spaces. The relationship between Veve and Marvel is very, very strong. Dr. Profit goes up and says, lining up my Spider-Man secret rares for the metaverse. He's got a ton of those. And then Sergio Rodriguez said, partner statue, mint number 1647, just sold on Veve. Price listing was $2,600, which is down about 13% from, I guess, the last sale. There are only 82 listings, so there's not a ton of them. And yeah. Anyway, that was it. You just reminded me there was a little bit of news I didn't cover. Aaron Knight says, yeah, I agree with the hardware wallet recommendation. Trezor has always been my favorite. Whatever people are most comfortable with that works and is safe is probably fine. Nano says, most people are bearish about 2023. Like, it's obvious for good reason, but it also makes me low-key bullish because contrarian. Yeah. Again, first half of 2023, absolutely. 100% absolutely. Second half of 2023, though, yeah, I think Q3 you could still see some pain. But I do think that in the next 6 to 8 months, you start seeing a lot of really bullish things happen that have been announced already. They just haven't, gone through. And then it gets better. We've been in this bear market for almost a year. So, the tough times do not last forever. Tough people do. And, I'm dollar cost averaging whenever I can. And I'll, yeah, if I were to sell, I'd be doing a disservice to every single animal out there by selling down here. I would not do that. I wouldn't, but other people can, 100%. Pele says, Cavell okay, Randy? It's probably fine. I mean, I actually haven't heard from him in a while. It's 4 days ago. Says, I haven't been around, so I have no idea what's going on. But outside of making controversial videos, I don't care. I invested in a team that will take care of it. I don't check OMI or any Veve asset I have. I'm holding 10 years minimum. I don't care about short term. That's fair. But that was 4 days ago. He's doing something, some type of new business venture. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Maybe he'll come on the podcast and explain it. We'll see. Not a boss says, Happy Christmas, Randy. God bless. Oh, you too, senor. God bless. Pele says, what's Dashi's favorite dish? Ground beef. Dashi likes meat. I like meat too. And you know what? Sometimes, Dashi won't eat. And I was like, all right, monkey see, monkey do. So I'll sit on the floor with Dashi and I'll eat. And then Dashi will eat. And it's like, at first I was like, oh, you just want to be company lonely. And then I remember, okay, it's nice to eat with a friend. So I eat down on the floor with Dashi sometimes because it's nice to eat with a buddy. So that, we eat ground beef together. Bucky says, yo, 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 what up, Bucky? Carlos Castrojon says, government scaring people just because they can. Yes, the government does do that a lot. And G-Flow says, Randy, Merry Christmas, bro. Merry Christmas, brother. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow as well. I have been going to the gym fairly consistently, so I'll do gym in the morning. What am I doing tomorrow? I did back today. I did shoulders yesterday, so I did back today. I'll do chest tomorrow. I'll do chest and some triceps. Build up the chest and the triceps. Can't wait. G-Flow says, a little sad that my partner statue and OMI bag are down. Give me some bullish words. Well, it's been a while. It's temporary. Now it probably will get worse before it gets better. But I think second half of next year, you have a lot of different catalysts that, and again, some things will recover very slowly. I think there are some things that'll have a K-shaped recovery. I happen to think, when this comes back, this will come back with a vengeance. Like, have you ever seen the Planet of the Apes movie, the one with James Franco? And I, of course, am disgusted by some of the things that he's accused of. I don't know if he's actually did any of them, but that doesn't take away the enjoyment that I get from his acting in that movie. Anyway, he developed a drug for Alzheimer's, and it worked for a while, and then he said, when the disease came back, says, my father's disease came back with a vengeance. Guys, this market, OMI and collectibles are going to come back with a vengeance, and there will be arbitrage opportunities. And I don't know when it is. It might not happen, the bulk of it, until 2024, 2025. But I do believe that the recovery will start end of next year. And you can have some, I mean, in bear, some of the best rallies happen in recessions. They happen in bear markets. You get a nice rally and you go down. But yeah, some of the best rallies happen in bear markets. It's super wild when you think about it that way. Could that happen here? Again, this is a deep recession. This is the first time crypto's really done this. Now, obviously, you had the pandemic in 2020 and you had other stuff happen since then, but this is the first time that we've had like a deep recession that's not because of a flu thing. This is because of a threat of World War III. And again, I don't think it's that serious. I mean, it's war. It's, people are dying. There's, war's heck. I mean, I think it was Hawkeye that said, no, war is war and hell is hell. Because in hell, there's no innocent bystanders. In war, civilians everywhere. Anyway, getting way off the track. You had a lot of things keeping the markets down. Some things organic, some things manipulation, and that will not last forever. That will only last for so long, and then you will have some good times ahead. I promise it's gonna be okay. Justin says, Merry Christmas, Chavez. Merry Christmas, Justin. J Kill XRP says, Merry Christmas, pioneers. Merry Christmas, J Kill XRP. Tell you and the wifey. I said, hey. Well, you obviously hear me say, hey. Tell the wifey I said, hey. Wiz Callie says, aside from Pokemon and DBZ, what drop in 2023 could be the next Grail? Yoda? Thanos? Darth Maul would be great. Oh god, Darth Maul is so cool. I mean, we already have Vader. Luke would be dope. I mean, you have the Skywalker lightsaber. Probably gonna have to have Luke. And then yeah, Yoda. And well, you said outside of Pokemon and DBZ, okay. I think you could, again, I don't know if they have the license for Cabbage Patch Kids or anything. You know what? You know what would be insane? Has anyone ever heard of alphabet lore? Not alphabet Google, alphabet lore. So the people whose house I just went to, one of this couple, they had 3 kids, and they're obsessed with this thing called alphabet lore. I was like, what the heck is alphabet lore? And I watched a video that had 94 million views, and I was like, and it's these letters that have personalities. It's just somebody took the alphabet and they gave them all personalities. It is the most brilliant, ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I was like, so I tried to look for the ownership, who owns the company, and the lady I was talking to did not understand what I was trying to get at. Like, no, who owns the license? Like, well, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them at, like Amazon. I was like, okay, I get that. But who's selling out the license? Like, who's selling it? It was like, oh, well, you can buy them on eBay, you can buy them on Etsy. I was like, who has a goddamn license? Because and finally, with some Google foo, I go and see it's this guy named Michael Salcido. And so Alphabet Lore, and they have numbers as well, is a series of animated shorts created by Mike Salcido of Explosum.net. Started with the short animations featuring the letters of the alphabet, reimagined as characters, quickly developed into an ongoing storyline. In the story, F goes on a rampage. Everyone comment F down below to pay respects. Assaulting or kidnapping anyone in his path. Oh my god, her kids watch this? This is dark. It's up to the remaining letters to band together and thwart F's evil plans. 25 against 1? This should be pretty easy to do. The series started on February 3rd of this year, and new episodes were released daily until U, the letter U as in uniform, where Mike decided to spend more time on the final episodes. The series can be watched on YouTube, both via playlist and via an official compilation video, Twitter, Instagram, and Newgrounds. It's insane, the stuff that I was looking at and watching, and the kids just eat it up. And I was like, so if we can get that, again, what are kids eating up? that Mickey Mouse series, like Mickey and his friends on Disney Plus. You look at it on YouTube, 100 something million views. Spidey and his amazing friends. It's always Mickey and friends, Spidey and friends. It's they get tens of millions of views on YouTube. So, and a lot of them look like Marvel Mighties. I think that other Grails could be something that we like. Again, those LOL MGM dolls. Um, it could be sleepers. I mean, there could be stuff that we don't really know about because we're not kids. I mean, not really. And yeah, kids are into the very strangest things. I mean, you could have a Mr. Beast thing, like whoever holds my NFT the longest gets, X amount of dollars or shares or whatever. Um, I mean, you have Asia coming in. It could be something that is completely unbeknownst to Americans. Like, let me, I think it's Mr. Pam Pam or Fam Bam? Not Fam Bam. Um, Let me go and take a look at top grossing media franchises, and it should list in here what I'm thinking about. Obviously, of course, we know what Pokemon, Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse and Friends, Star Wars, Disney Princess, and Pan Man. I don't know what and Pan Man is, but it's like the number 6 franchise like in the world. And apparently Asia goes insane over it. It's like our version of Winnie the Pooh, I guess. What is even it? Ran from 73 until 2013, the author's death. Ran for 40 years. The series has been adapted into an anime entitled Sorike Anpanman. Let's go, Anpanman. One of the most popular anime series among young children in Japan. The series follows adventures of Anpanman, a superhero with Anpan, a red bean paste filled pastry, for a head who protects the world from an evil anthropomorphic germ named Bakinman. So yeah, that's wild. It could be something like that. That Americans like, what the heck is that? But Asia will go insane over. There's a lot more Asians than there are Americans. Just putting that out there. China has over 1 billion people. It's 3x population of USA. It could be something that is not that we don't even think that we aren't even thinking of yet. Now you have Power Rangers, you have Harry Potter, and Transformers would be dope, dude. Optimus Prime, and again, I love him. That's my thing, but I understand that's kind of nerdy stuff, and it's a niche in nerdy stuff. So I don't. Again, outside of Pokemon and DBZ, let's see, Yu-Gi-Oh, Game of Thrones. Everyone was watching Game of Thrones. That was insane. There's so much that could happen. Can we get Bane, please? Can we get Bane? I want Bane. I want my Bane. Big A says, Merry Christmas, Randy. Scored a secret rare today and flipped for 300 profit after fees. Now I have an extra 400 gems for something. Thoughts? Season 1 sub 100s or Marvel Mighty sub 100s? Those for you, Big A. Message me if you want to know more, but yeah. Carlos Castro says 99% of NFT projects will die, 1% will stay here forever. Agreed 100%. You hit the nail on the head. Not even just NFT projects, cryptos. There are 20,000 cryptos out there. Like you think most of them are good? No, most of them are trash. Carlos Castro absolutely is correct. Most NFT projects, we've seen it already. And again, it's very unfortunate. Again, it's the Wild West, where you have something like Recur that was back, Gary Vaynerchuk goes in and invests a little bit, talked about it a bit. You have the Winklevoss twins backing them. They have these amazing licenses like Hello Kitty and, Rugrats. And what happens? I don't want to say it's a dead project. When was the last time they released something? When what is the floor on some of their stuff? And it's just, I want to root for everybody, especially places like Recur that have the backing, that have the notoriety of the name like Gary Vee, especially in this space, and that have the licenses. Why didn't it work? It's just, I'd love to take a look at their books to see how much they spent on these licenses, to see how much of the company that these people actually own versus how much was raised in VC rounds. And and also, but again, you could take a look. Well, the piece of the puzzle that we can see is, oh, not too many people are buying these. You need to buy a pass for $300 just to mint, and the pass that originally went for $300 is like $50 now. Let's Google this. I've told my friends to absolutely get out of Recur. How much for a Recur pass? Recur about. Does it give me any NFT stats? But just go on OpenSea, right? Yeah, okay. Recur pass. Some marketplace. $62. Well, at least it's above 50. Yeah, this is. I don't. And again, it's a bear market. Everything is down. But for DC Palm, the Batcal community is a great community. The people that are into Hero, again, great community. I just don't see a lot of people. And again, when Recur was at San Diego Comic Con, they had like no idea. Or no, was it Recur? No, I'm sorry, it was Nickelodeon that was at San Diego Comic Con. The people working there had no idea what Recur was. That would be like going to the Marvel booth and saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, can you answer this question? What is Veve? Can you answer this question? I have a few." And they'd be like, "What's Veve?" Now, I understand that the Veve Disney Marvel relationship are just three peas in a pod, super tight, and no other company is really going to get like that. But when Nickelodeon doesn't know, that's such a, and I get it. It's not NFT NYC. It's a Comic Con place, but the people should be briefed on what other products they have out there. Um, yeah, if you're an exhibitor, you really should know that. And they didn't, and that was, again, that's, I don't know if that's fault of Recur, that's fault of Nickelodeon for not educating their people up, but that was the first sign. I was like, oh, this is, something's off. And then yeah, I think there's a lot of people that overpay for licenses. I think there's a lot of these companies that, again, Veve caught lightning in a bottle, and Palm has the Batcal people, which is a great community, and Hero is also a very fun community. You have really great people there, and they have the comics that are on there now, so it has kind of a trifecta of things that are keeping it, at least keeping some of the revenue in. Um, people are, and what's really bogging them down right now is that the process of buying some of their NFT comics, it's hard, and it's confusing, and it takes forever. And again, Veve had a lot of these same issues. You couldn't get on the app, and it was crashing all the time because the servers were overloaded, and you know it's rough. It's growing pains, but I think Hero will survive. And as long as DC, again, it's a risk because they only have DC. It's a risk because it's, no, granted, there's multiple different properties. You have the Bat Cows and the hero cards and what's everything on there, and season 1, 2, 3, etc. But you have, DC's a mess. And yeah, we have DC, and it's great. But DC by itself has, I'm gonna move back here real quick. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna, I guess, not do that. That is not a comfortable seating position. There we go. DC by itself is just not, if somebody said, "Hey, Chavez, do you want to invest in DC?" I would say no. I don't think that would be a great ROI. I'm very, very concerned for what they're doing in the future, because they've had issues, financial issues forever. The movies have not been. I like Batman v Superman. I like Man of Steel. I like Justice League. I like both of the um, not Fantastic Beasts. The Harley Quinn movies. Well, I liked her movie as well, but I like the Suicide Squad movies. I like these movies. They just don't do well, and yeah, they could be done a lot better. And the rumor's been going around for like 10 years now that Disney's going to buy DC, and obviously it hasn't happened for the last 10 years. And but the fact that the rumor that it's possible, you know, it's possible. With Bob Iger back, he's really big at acquiring a lot of these licenses, so anything's possible. Um, Yeah, I forget what this question even was. Oh yeah, 99% of NFT projects will die. Mark Cohn says, Merry Christmas, brother, 2025 Veve Christmas party. Why not sooner? Why not sooner? Let's do it sooner, Mark. I love you, man. Mrs. J. Kill, hi. So glad you came by and said, hey. J. Kill, extra pieces, we got Secret Mickey on the drop. Yo. Oh, good for you guys, mate. That's amazing. Are you keeping it? Are you selling it? Did you get the whole set? Let me know. Mrs. J. Kill says, Merry Christmas, Randy. Thank you. Not a bot says, my advice is get yourself a Spider-Man secret rare, a Walt, a Todd, a Superman, a Joker, a Steamboat Willie, and wait to become a millionaire. Yeah, the whales I advise, the same thing. I have left out the Steamboat Willie because even though I think it should be a first appearance, unfortunately it's not, and has a weird thing, the animation sticker's not on there. After they bought all the grails and they still wanted to buy stuff, I guess they could collect this Mickey NFT set, the 4 series that they have. It's only 12 of them in total. But, I would tell them season 1 sub 100s and then Mighty sub 100s as well. Within reason, obviously for right prices. Big A says Recur passes went up a little because they gave a free airdrop to pass holders. It was like a week ago. Nice. Well, I'm glad they're doing stuff for them. Cook says, "Hey Randy, what are your OMI predictions for end of 2023? So about 1 year from now." I mean, it depends. It depends on what happens. We can go one of 2 ways. I guess one of 3 ways. I'll give you my base case, my bull case, and my bear case. Okay, we'll start with bear case first. Bear case is the war between Russia and Ukraine worsens or it just drags on. It does not end. And, maybe that stays through for another 2 years. And we have to wait till end of 2024 for that. We could have that. We could have mass layoffs. We could have, housing crisis. We could have hyperinflation because the government wants to inject $1 trillion into the economy, and you could have a lot of inflation, a lot more than we have. And then you could have China that maybe says U.S. keeps on printing its dollar, and they say like, okay, again, the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, can all be like, we're going to go and do things in rupees. We're going to do things in the Chinese yuan or the Swiss franc or Bitcoin, whatever they want. And they could be like, yeah, we're not doing deals in US dollars anymore. And that could really hurt the dollar. And a lot of things could get really, really expensive. You could have China invade Taiwan and South China Sea. You could have Russia move this into the Baltic states. You could have, the next round of Rona getting worse, or a new variant getting. Remember monkeypox? What happened with that? What's happening with a lot of the, a lot of like the ice caps? Not even ice caps. Like the Earth is getting warmer, and what happens with that? Well, ice melts, and then what happens? There are some scientists that took a bunch of samples of ice from things that were melting, and one of which carried an insane disease that said, hey, thank God we're in a lab. If this got out, this could actually be really, really bad for humanity. If you do actually get a real pandemic where you don't have a 99.89% chance of surviving, and you have, you only have an 80% chance of surviving, then things get really scary. Elon Musk, would die. Hopefully he doesn't. But we could be down at these prices in triple zeros for a year or more. Now that's bear case. Base case is, well, we see an end to a couple of things. But even though in the macro we see an end to a couple of things and things start to get better, if Veve says, and again, not everything, and Veve, they want to do, let's say like 12 to 24 updates on the app next year. Let's say they only do 6. Let's say they only do one every other month. Instead of having 2 each month, they do one every other month. And some things will get done, but maybe some things are delayed, like they often are in tech. And with this, my base case, I do see us with the rollout of MCP and OUP. Let's say we don't have OMI to gem until Q4 of next year. No, I think we get it in Q3, second half. But let's say we have crypto pay in and crypto pay out, but let's say OMI to gem just isn't there, or OMI to NFT just isn't there. You might see us at just 0.003, which is obviously much better than it is now, but you are going to be burning a ton of OMI, even without that, because you're going to have the bronze tickets. Yeah, you're probably not going to have a land sale next year, but you will probably see the beginnings of some OMI staking, and that will help. I think we probably get up to, because you will get exchanges too. Base case, probably half a penny, if not more. Bull case, actually a lot of the same things happen as the bear case. Bull case is that things do get worse. We go down to like 0.005, but we also roll things out on time, and people are just burning a fudge ton of OMI. And I think we could get over a penny by the end of 2023 in my bull case scenario. So those are three scenarios where we either stay where we are and be a little less, or we could go up to 0.003 or half a penny, or we can get up to a penny if we really start burning like a mother flapper. So which one are we going to be at? I don't really know. Nobody knows yet. But those are 3 scenarios that are most likely to play out, I think. Darth Chaos says, DC in rough shape. They need money. They do. They do need money. And James Gunn and his business partner, they're both co-CEO. They're taking big risks, and again, fortune favors the bold. And it might seem crazy stupid now, but it might seem like a genius move 5 years from now when things start to pay off. James Gunn is very good at what he does. I like his brother Sean Gunn. He's Kirk on Gilmore Girls. Okay, so we got Mintalox. Says Merry Christmas as well, Randy. Aw, Mintalox. Cool guy. Ooh, Veve Magic. Oh, she's got a really cool photo. Oh, look at that photo. Oh, look at that photo. That's really, really good. That hit the trifecta. This is really good. I really, really like that photo of hers. Okay, well, there's other people. I'll let y'all decide as well. Wait, what the heck? Okay, maybe nobody else commented? It's strange if they didn't. I thought there was more comments of people doing things, but maybe there wasn't. Maybe it doesn't even show hers. That is very strange. Okay, well, I'll go back to that at some point. Moving on. Wiz Callie says, let's hope Disney doesn't buy DC. They already ruined Marvel. I don't think they did. Like, let's say one of the first properties they had was Star Wars Rebels. Now Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated series, was so good. And some things were a little campy and, they're okay. But Star Wars Clone Wars animated series was really good. And then you had Star Wars Rebels, and the first season is god awful, and there's a decent amount of the show. Again, when this is when Disney just bought Star Wars, and you could tell it's Disney, and it's like some of it's hard to watch. But then there's some things in that show that is just, oh my god, it's some of the most beautiful pieces of art and storytelling and animation, and James Earl Jones back as Darth Vader, and Ahsoka, a grown-up Ahsoka. It's like, oh my god, it's beautiful, and you have to watch it. It's, Darth Maul's back. It's just, I'm just trying to find the words for it. And then Disney with Marvel with the MCU, you can't tell me that some of these movies aren't amazing, and they win awards for reasons. Um, it's something like this has never been done, and will probably never be done again. It's just miraculous what they have accomplished. And yeah, are some things a little too woke for me and woke for people? And okay, really, you're really hammering this home? Yeah, sure. And there's a couple things that I wish they wouldn't do, but for all the amazing things they do, do, um, I'm fine, and I'll take the good with the bad, do it all, and pile on the years. Natsuki Takaya, love her. JQLXRP. Oh, you finished the set. Good, good. Hold that at least till January 4th. You'll get the airdrop of Mickey's signature, which we already have in a lenticular card set. Yeah. Moving on. Gene says, Merry Christmas, Randy. OMI Veve fan. Merry Christmas, Gene. Justin Fisher says, accounting for ice caps melting in your OMI prediction is all time. I mean, it can affect the macro. I mean, because again, if you have ice caps melting and they have diseases in there that haven't been seen in 50,000 years, that could wipe out humanity. Like that is a real possibility with greater than 0% chance of happening. Is it likely? No, but it is possible. It's like that one scene in A Beautiful Mind. He's like, yeah, sometimes these helicopters come in, and and some of us don't have clearance for it, so it is possible. Just not likely. And again, I have to take a picture of that. I have to go and most of my predictions are for 2025, and late, like, again, I'm a long-term hodler, so doing something for 2023, you really have to put in all of the stuff. You really have to think of every scenario, because I know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen in all the details, and trying to put out, not algorithms, trying to put out models of it is difficult, because all these variables in the short term, they're so wild and crazy. Cook says, do you think the Weverse will be out next year? Yeah, parts of it will be out the first half of next year. Parts of it will be out. And again, the Weverse that we're going to get at first is not one where we're going to do these crazy things. That part comes later, but it will start next year. Yes, honestly, they could have released it already had it not been for this atrocious what we're in now. Ebert Gonzalez says, Merry Christmas, Chavez. Merry Christmas, Ebert. Carlos Castrojon says, if Viviverse does come out as perfect as real life, then the real world problems will solve itself out. By itself. Gen Z will be in the verse, chilling, making money, and causing no harm to real life. That's fair. Situation's my theory, though. Yeah. You're gonna be able to you have a lot of fun things in the metaverse. I'm just, this humanity's in this really interesting place where, born too soon to explore the galaxy, born too late to explore the oceans, but just in time to share these dank memes. But born just in time to really see where we're going, and we're going micro, we're going inward. And there's a very real chance that we're a simulation, because if you have the ability and the processing power to make a simulation of Earth, hey, what's this model look like if this happens? What's this model look like if this happens? Okay, well, if you can run that in not even just real time and speed it up, like okay, some people say, like, okay, why are we studying space when we have problems down here? Okay, well, when you study space and you look at, let's say, Venus, Venus is hot, even though it's further away from the sun than Mercury. Mercury's closer to the sun. Venus has a really bad greenhouse effect problem where it traps all the gas inside. So Venus is much hotter than Mercury. And okay, well, and that's an example of a greenhouse effect gone very, very wrong. A lot of times you want a greenhouse effect, at least partially, to keep some of the heat in, or else, you get very cold. Um, but by studying certain things, you can find out things about your own life and your own atmosphere. So if we have the chance to run simulations, we should do it, because then some things might play out that haven't happened on Earth yet. I'm like, oh, we didn't even think about that. As it takes a bunch of coding. So that's why, yeah, this is why the metaverse will be worth multiple trillions of dollars, because the scenarios that you'll be able to put in there, the models that you'll be able to put, the things that you wouldn't even think of. It's like there's an episode of Justice League where most of Justice League is captured by like an alternate universe Justice League, Batman, and Batman's just like, oh, let me guess. Any way we could escape, you've already thought of. Like, you've thought of everything there is to think of. And the other universe Batman's like, no, just everything you'll ever think of. And then, of course, Flash thinks of something that, of course, I thought of. Like, it's stupid. You're saying plus the whole world could be part of it, too. Yeah. I mean, Skype and Zoom and video chats are one thing. Like, I love talking to my friends on here. Like, I love talking to you guys. I love talking to Foster Hill, who I haven't seen in a while. I just love talking to people. I love, this is, yeah, I stream because it gives other people a chance to ask questions that they either want my opinion on, or they just don't know the answer to, or whatever. But also, answering other people's questions in the best, most responsibly way possible does help me learn about myself as well. So this is for me also. Jeremy Housen says, it's almost 5 p.m. Christmas Day here in New Zealand. Happy Christmas. I ate too much at lunch. I've had a few wines and beers and now sitting down for my gift from Randy, a new live stream. Happy Christmas, Randy. Happy Christmas, Jeremy Housen. I will be in New Zealand at some point. 2024, 2025. I will be in Australia in 2024. Me and a friend are going. I won't say who yet, because you're gonna think I'm dating them. I don't know why you guys think that I get these beautiful women all the time. This if you're asking, are they dating or not? It's nothing's happening between me and anyone. But yeah, I will be in New Zealand in 2024. Next year, I will be in Europe. I'll be a couple different places. If OMI doesn't get worse, it might. Who knows? Wiz Callie said, oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. Cooks says, are you down on your initial investment in Veve? You don't need to answer if you don't want to. If we're just talking about Veve specifically and not OMI, no, I'm actually up on Veve, depending on how you look at it. I put in about 55,000 into Veve, and I took out, I think 57,000 on one transaction. That was the sale of my Secret Rare Spider-Man. It was at like 100K almost, and someone's like, "Hey, I'll $57,000," and I was like, "Can you pay an OMI?" He did. I transferred him to Secret Rare Spider-Man, and so at the time I did cash out for $57,000. It was an OMI. I did not trade it for US dollars or USDT or whatever. I kept it in OMI. And now we're here. So if we're talking about specifically Veve, I'm actually up. Excuse me. And I've cashed out other stuff since then to buy more OMI. But if we're talking about OMI or company as a whole, absolutely not. I'm absolutely down. Initial investment, I think for OMI, or I think throughout everything was maybe 550, 500 at one point, and then dollar cost averaging all the way down. But I did have over $1 million at one point. I had like 1.2 maybe, and then now losing $1 million is not fun. But I can now tell people that's like, Chavez, I lost $10,000. I had this much money. Now I have this much money. I can tell you, as someone that has lost 7 figures, it's going to be okay. I've been here before, not exactly losing 7 figures, but this is not my first bear market. It goes in cycles. We're going to be okay. Not financial advice. This is just my opinions on things. But for Veve, I am actually up. WizCatly says, I'm excited for the Warhammer adaptation with Henry Cavill. Warhammer adaptation? Wait, I thought he wasn't doing anything anymore. Or is Warhammer something different? Oh god. Oh god. No. Okay. All right. Warhammer, Henry Cavill says, for 30 years, I have dreamt of seeing a Warhammer universe in live action. Now, after 22 years of experience in this industry, I finally feel that I have the skill set and experience to guide a Warhammer cinematic universe into life. Partnering with Nality Viscuso at Vertigo has been a blessing beyond words. Without her, we might not have found the perfect home at Amazon. And having a home like Amazon will give us the freedom to be true to the massive scope of Warhammer. To all of you Warhammer fans out there, I promise to respect this IP that we love. I promise to bring you something familiar, and I endeavor to bring you something fantastic that is, as of yet, unseen. Oh, Henry Cavill, you know how to write. My man knows how to write. Good for you, Henry Cavill. Good for you. Well, he's not gonna be Superman anymore, so, and he doesn't want to be in The Witcher anymore, so, yeah. I I love a lot of things that he does. Yeah, I'd be pumped for it. JKRB says, hi Randy, I own a small construction company. I don't get why it's normal for Dan to announce when updates will be implemented and miss the deadlines for months. It doesn't look good on him as an owner. Agreed. However, what will happen, and again, I don't know. Let's assume here that Dan trusts the people that he hires and David hires and whatever, and they give him estimates. It's like, hey, if all goes according to plan, what you want this, this, and this. Here's my models on when we're going to get it done. Let's say 8 to 10 weeks. And Dan will say, okay, let's do 12 weeks, say 12 weeks just to be sure. Okay, cool. And then and let's say, I have one thing, a hiccup in the first couple weeks, delays a couple days, that happens every so often. And then you have something happen in like the third month that takes you back. Like, it's just, some things happen, and the updates that, oh, I didn't know that this was going to happen, and this is going to take like an extra couple weeks to fix. Like, it's just things like that happen. And I don't want to say that construction is simpler, because construction, again, I used to give out loans for a lot of construction companies and a lot of contractors, and it's I understand that as a construction, if you own a construction company or a contractor, when you finish a job, JKRB, you probably don't get paid right away. You probably get paid T30, T60, 90 days later. And with that, you have to go and you have to, well, you want to take on new jobs. And you don't want to ask them for a down payment, because a lot of the big construction companies don't do that. They don't ask for like money up front. They say, no, we got it. Pay when it's done. So they use their money to pay their people. Okay, now they don't have a ton of money anymore. They need their money for working capital. Okay, let me go to Lowe's. Let me go to Home Depot. Let me go to these places to go, and I'll use credit cards. And then suddenly, when you do need an extra 50 grand, 100 grand to finish the job, the banks are saying, oh, actually, sir, you are over leveraged. Even the banks are not seeing that you're owed 270 grand for the last job, that you're going to get paid in the next couple months, and you just need a bridge loan. I understand how you're always chasing money, and your guys alcoholics or gambleholics. You have to wear a lot of hats as a construction company owner, and it is very complicated. What I will say though is that, okay, here's a schematic, here's a layout of land, here's a septic tank, here's this, here's that. For the most part, 95% what you're getting into. Now, sure, some things every now and then, okay, here's a pipe we didn't know was here. Here's something. And then maybe you have somebody that says halfway into a project, oh, can you do like a bathroom in the basement? And then, okay, well, we're not set up for that. You're gonna have to run another pipe to this septic tank. You're gonna have to do whatever. I get it. I understand 100% what you go through. For tech, though, you could have one line of code that that just hacks you all up, and your job is to try to get 10,000 lines of code down to 1,000 lines, down to 50 lines. That like it's tech is a lot more technical, and some things happen like, oh, I didn't know that if I coded for this, it's gonna fudge up something over here that I did, and it's you know you also have developers, their prices are hyperinflated. For construction companies, you kind of know what you're going to get. If you're a journeyman, you kind of know what you're going to get. If you're just starting, if you're just manual labor doing no technical skill yet. For developers, it's very complicated because what you had in the mid 2000s, in one of the tech booms in Silicon Valley, 10% of graduates were tech based. So people really needed those tech people to do these jobs that were happening. And okay, well, they have to hyperinflate the costs. They have to go and offer a lot of perks. They have to offer a lot of these. And then, what happens with that? Okay, well, when that type of thing happens, now over the past 17 years, these people are in their late 30s, and they have families now, and they're like, I have experience. I know what I want to do. And you're going to have to pay me either through the moon for this, or you're going to have to give me the sickest perks ever. I don't want to work Fridays. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. And it's just a lot of people, if they're on salary now, back, I don't want to be like a boomer saying back in my day, it's just the people that I know that are super successful, they're on salary. Okay, you're paid to do a job and you rest when the job is done. A lot of people that, especially in the tech industry, like devs, that think who the heck they are. And again, okay, fair point, because you have a lot of knowledge that is needed, and there's not a lot of these people to go around, especially good devs. You know, you have a lot of people that will not work under these crazy conditions. And also what happens is that at Google, at Amazon, at wherever, or let's say Veve, you have no skin in the game. Like, you're getting paid for a job on a salary, you're getting paid weekly, whatever it is. You do not get punched in the face if you do the job wrong and you mess up. You hire a dev for 4 months, they do the job, they get paid. Oh, it's spaghetti code. We're hecked. And now you have to rework all the work that they did. It's insane. And they don't care because they got their money. So it's really difficult in the tech field, in the tech center, because you just have a lot of variables that just can't be met. And again, these people that are not incentivized to get the job done the right way, because there's no negative consequences if they mess up, and it's just, yeah, it's really hard to find a good dev that cares about the project, that will do it right, that will that be a company man or woman, and will go and be like, hey, this is what needs to get done. We're going to work our asses off until we do it. It's just very, very hard to find some, and You know what it's like. Um, what it should be is, hey, the quicker we do this job, the more money the company gets, the more successful the company is, the more likely we are to have job security because they can go out and do other jobs. Some people think like that, but most people don't. Most people are like, oh, we have this job, it's guaranteed, let's take our time. It's like, it's like, yeah, it's very, very hard to find, good employees that do that. So I know it's a really long-winded answer to your question of, why is it normal for Dan to announce something? It's because he's told something by the team or by whoever he's hired. It's going to take X amount, and then something happens, and then that's why. Um, yeah, really long-winded response. Sorry about that. Smurf Dab says, just curious. You don't got to answer, but what's the lowest you were able to get OMI? Merry Christmas. I think it was like 00079. I got some. Um, I was gonna try to buy some at 00073, and then somebody put in a couple $1 million and just bought it all up and increased the price 30%. And this is why I don't really trust TA. Well, TA said 30 and 60-day moving average with this Fibonacci sequence. It's like, okay, when the average daily volume is $500,000 like it is today, and somebody puts in $1 million, your TA is useless. Like, it's triple zeros. I'm telling all my whales, all my friends to accumulate because it's triple zeros. And yeah, and it's not going to matter. 0006, 0008, 0009. Is it going to matter when it's 5 cents? 3 years from now? Not really. And again, TA is relatively well. It's good until somebody throws a wrench in there and they throw $1 million, $2 million in there. Then the TA, what you predicted or what the charts told you, is absolute garbage because again, someone can throw a curveball and suddenly your models are off because of that. That won't happen when we're on bigger exchanges. When we're on bigger exchanges and suddenly you don't have 500,000 in volume a day, suddenly you have 20 million a day. Yeah, someone can still throw in $10 million, which is not a lot of money, and they can mess it up. But what happens when we have $100 million volume a day? It gets a little harder to manipulate. Anywho, where was I? Oh, it says Merry Christmas, bro. Thank you, Smurf Dabs. Merry Christmas. JKRB says heads will roll if and won't have the face-to-face the community again if I were Dan. David shaking my head. Listen, despite all of the shortcomings, what happened with the company in the past, and there were a fair amount, this is the best NFT project out there, bar none. And I think they should be very proud of what they've accomplished despite everything that's been working against them, including the mob that'll say, win this, win that. Surefire way to get it done quicker, and yeah, hiccups and everything, and they will get better. I mean, it's improved dramatically in the last 2 years, but it will continue to get better. Not about says the bear market will show us who is real Randy, and you are among the few YouTubers left. I'm one of the few YouTubers left. Never change. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I could have gone back to work. Could have made a nice, well, starting over from scratch again, probably 80, 100K. But then, what is that? What am I doing here? Like, I don't want to build a YouTube channel for 2 years just to leave, work my face off, and then, yeah, I could have got more OMI, but I think having a bigger social network is going to be infinitely more important in the future. And, you have a bunch of other YouTubers that did leave. It's so strange. It's like I've seen so many people, they give a stock tip. It doesn't work out. And they just don't answer the phone. And they just wipe off the face of the earth. Okay, well, you obviously didn't know what you were talking about, or you're just bad at that. I know what I'm talking about. This is one of the best investments that I think you could ever have. Not financial advice, clearly. And, I'm not wrong. I was early, not wrong. Um, and this is to show everyone that said, hey, I'm still here. I'm still buying. I'm still dollar cost averaging. So, if you want to use me as exit liquidity, and many people have, hey, I'm selling this Marvel Mighty. Okay, put it at this price and I will buy it. I did that today. I do that pretty much I've done that every single day for weeks now. Um, and it's been very good. I have next to no gems left, so I can't do that any longer. But same thing with OMI. Get them to a certain price. You want to use it? Okay, cool. I'll buy it. Um, yeah, it, everyone's a genius in a bull market, and everyone, is all happy and smiles when things are up. But but I also get why some people had to leave. I I must have blocked maybe 300 people on Reddit because I would get told to kill myself every single day. Um, and okay, well, that's not productive. If you want to go and say like, hey, you were wrong on this, and if they say factually why, not just like, oh, your price prediction was this. Okay, that was my price prediction when we were in 2021, and obviously these things happen that you can't really predict. If they were to say, hey, I don't agree with you on this because of X, Y, and Z, okay, cool, let's talk about it. Um, but not everyone has thick skin. Not everyone was in the military where you do not care if you live or die for the most part. So comments that I look at and laugh, other people have a very hard time. Other people can only be told to go find a ledge so many times before it gets to them. Thankfully for me, just because of the military or me have that dark sense of humor, you know if things are funny, they're funny. Like if things are like, I don't care what the joke is. If it's something that shouldn't be joked about or something, like if it's funny, it's funny. If you're just saying something just to be mean, it's like, okay, like, you know, but if something's funny, it's it's a good time. Um, so yeah, I don't blame other content creators for leaving if that is their reason. I will say that content creators, especially people that know what they're talking about, do have a responsibility to people saying, hey, this is what I believe, and okay, we'll stand by your conviction. And again, some people get busy, and not everyone else is retired, and they don't have the time because they're working their butt off and doing whatever. I just happen to be in a lucky enough position where I'm tired, don't need to work, so, you know, yeah, moving on. Carlos Castro says, I'm a dolphin. Cook says, what are your predictions for Journey into Mystery number 83? They'll all be above retail. They'll all be well above retail. I think the secret rare could get to like 4 or 5K. 4 or 5K, not 45K. 4,000 or 5,000. I think that can get really, really high. Could be really, really good for people. I hope I get it. JKRB says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Keep stacking. JKRB says, it's becoming a habit. We've been missing deadline for months. As an owner, I'll make sure that anything I announce or guarantee will get done 200% to my customers. Yeah, and again, I did address this before, but that was a little while ago. I don't know if you heard it. But if you take a look at Mitch or Nestor, the CTO and the marketing production manager, things are looking very, very good, and I'm more confident in the team now than ever, and I hold them in such high esteem. So it takes a lot for me to say. Carlos says we need Trump back. He understands NFTs, to be honest. I'm not, what is better for me, economically and financially? Yes, Trump was better personally for me. And, oh, you can't do this. You can't broker peace deal. Okay, dude, broker. I think if you strip away his if you strip away his if he's mean sometimes, okay, boohoo, cry me a river. his policies were often fairly good. There's a couple that I definitely didn't agree with, especially environmentally, but his policies are often very good. And I think history will be very, very kind to him, despite, him being mean. It's like, okay, I don't care if he is racist and he doesn't like, he made my life better, because of the tax laws that he put in. Um, he's definitely not racist though, or homophobic. He had, I think, the first openly gay cabinet member. Um, but that being said, Biden is middle left. He is not this super woke AOC that just does not know. Like, God, read a history book, lady. Um, you know, I'm okay with Biden. Um, it's Is it ideal? I mean, I don't. I think an ideal person would be someone like, I don't want to say The Rock, but an ideal person would be someone that's very middle of the road, that's very libertarian, uh, less government, but um, I don't think I think history will be okay with Biden as well. The farther back, people hated Bush at the time. People looked at Bush and it was like they hated the man, and now made some bad decisions, but wasn't that bad. People hated Obama. People just, I mean, some people loved him, but some people were absolutely just horrible, like, against that man. And now it's like, okay, wasn't as bad. At least he can talk clearly, and he wasn't. I actually, again, disagreed with a lot of the stuff that he did, but listening to a lot of talks that he did recently, if I were to meet him in real life, we'd probably get along. Like, I'd probably like him. Um, and his heart, genuinely, I think, was in the right place for a lot of things. Like he said it back in the day. He said, we have a lot of real issues on college campuses, and you should not just shut down ideas because they're different. You should talk about them and debate about them. And, you kicking off these people off of campuses just because you don't like what they have to say is wrong. And he said that in like 2016. I was like, go Obama. And then he said recently, he's like, listen, you know, it doesn't help to go and attack someone because they accidentally misrepresented something. And he said, oh, you want to know how woke I was today? I went on Twitter and I called this person out. That's how woke I was. Now I'm going to sit back and watch Grownish. No, he said, like, just Obama has been really preaching, hey, he said a mean word. Okay, get over it. Like, I really like what he's been having to say lately. But again, the history, and I don't know how we even got on this. Castro says we need Trump back. He understands NFTs. He does, I think, a bit. Big A says Randy has the gift of conversation. Well, he's saying it's easy to deadline a job that's been done a million times before versus a job that's been being done for the first time ever, with some similar examples. I need to hire you because you said that so succinctly in that one line versus me going on like a 6-minute story going on about over leverage and banks and stuff like that. Yeah. This is a new technology. This is uncharted waters that Veve has to go and maneuver. And there is a lot going on behind the scenes that they can't really talk about publicly yet. And they will at some point, but yeah. JKRB says about time for Dan and David to put their gloves on and get angry at their employees. No excuses, get things done. I'm still bullish on Veve anyways. um, I could picture Dan cracking the whip. I could picture, yeah, I could picture them getting like, hey, I can get it done, or they'll fight you. Chris Infinity says, what happened with Wendy? I'm not dating Wendy, Chris. I'm not dating anyone. I'm not dating anyone. I know you always say, where's Wendy? She's fine. She's taking a little break from social. It's the holidays. She's spending. I don't even want to. Her, some family's back in town and she wants to spend time with them. That's so she's just taking a break. recharging the batteries. You know, she works very, very hard in many different communities, and she's just you know, she needs a break. I took a break, you know, when I went on a 7-day cruise with a friend, and you know, when I needs a break because family's in town and she wants to spend that time with her family. So I was like, okay, you know, she's fine. You know, everything's good. Big A says at like 0.0013, that God's Entry guy and Pags called a future dip likely to 0008 and maybe 0007. He looked really wrong when it spiked up to 0.0019, but look where we are. He called it. He did. We went down to 00073. And there are people like Hello K that thinks we can get down to 0005 or 0006 in that range. And it's very, very possible that we do. You know, we'll see. Not a bot says smart investors are always too early. Thank you. Wiz Kelly says Taps tapped out. He dipped. Taps is, again, also extraordinarily busy. Taps is, I don't want to say busier than me because a lot of my work does involve this, but Taps has a lot going on in life. But this is not the last we'll see Taps. Like I said, he was at Decon. We did a bathtub. It's so wild that we did that. Got in the bathtub at the same time, and we were in shorts. We were not naked. And I'll be going. Can I say this? I'll be seeing him next year, and we'll be hanging out, and I'll stream again. Yeah. G Money says, "What? History will be kind to him." I think history will be kind to the last 4 presidents we've had. Bush, Obama, Trump, and Biden. I really do. Yeah. Not a bot says after the bath episode in Decon, Tab straight disable. God. Yeah. JKRB says 100%. 5 cents OMI in 2025. I think that's actually like my lower. It's like my bear case. Yes. Yeah. OMI child says you are the best. Oh, thank you. No, stop it. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Thank you, OMI child. Appreciate it. Chris Infinity says, thanks, Randy. The first thing I'm seeing when I see you is where's Wendy? Then you'll finally know who I am. Okay. Okay, Chris. That's fair. JKRB says, about time you get yourself a wife, Randy. So, I don't know if I can talk about this. Well, I'll say when me and some girl Brittany went on vacation as friends with her mom, clearly not like a romantic thing, just not as friends. The first video she posted, like after I meet her mom, there's a song. It's like to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left. Now kick. Like I was like, oh, I know this one. I know this one. So we got up and we danced, and it's not like a hold hands, and so it's like line dancing. So she posted a video that says, oh, first thing Randy does when he meets my mom is just go on and just dances with my mom. And all of the comments, I didn't even read all of them. She just told me about them. It was like, oh, Randy likes older women. You gotta watch your mom. Hide your mom, girl. Hide your mom. And she's like, it's just they're line dancing, and then everyone's like, oh, you like Randy. Oh, Randy, like, oh, you guys are dating. And it's like, oh my God, guys. And again, I don't. Every girl that I have on stream, everyone ships me with, whether it's Brittany, whether it's Wendy, whether it's, again, anyone. Guys, because it's mostly guys that watch me. Let me tell you a secret. It's a very open secret. 80% of women go for the top 20% of guys. Let me repeat that. 80% of women go for the top 20% of guys. And those guys are usually tall, they're usually lighter skinned, and they're usually in very good shape. And they usually make a lot of money. I am a few shades darker, a few inches shorter, and a few pounds heavier than what a normal guy would be like. That would be coveted by women in general. And the people you guys are shipping me with are very beautiful women. I I appreciate the compliments. I really do. Ego. Um, but also one that just I don't. I'm saying I don't like women. Of course, I love women. Love women, but there are. I I back in May I got out of a 1.5 year relationship, and that was very hard. And I have no desire to feel like that ever again. Like, because when it ended, it was heartbreaking. And yeah, and I don't have a pet to this day because what did Rachel say to Ross when she was saying goodbye to everyone? Because she was leaving for Paris and she didn't say goodbye to Ross. And Ross was like, "Oh, do you not care about me as much as everyone else? Is that it?" And then Rachel says, "No, Ross, I couldn't say goodbye to you because it was too damn hard." I don't have a pet because I don't do well with death. I don't do well with loss. Maybe it's the veteran thing in me, or maybe it's just because I'm messed up for whatever reason. Um, so me not having a pet because I can't deal with loss. A human, yeah. This I even said like in the midst of like us, like even Brittany had to retweet, "Hey, I'm not dating Randy. That's the T. I'm not dating Randy. That's keyword." And I had posted, I think I retweeted that, and I'd said, um, I'm about as single as you can get, and I will probably never be in another relationship again. And even my last girlfriend, I told like, when we broke up, like I would probably never be in another relationship. Not blaming her, like you ruined me, not that. It's just it's a lot of times, a lot of commitment, and again, the statistics I just said, like I know what I look like, and the type of woman, or at least quality woman, that I would want would definitely not want to be with me. And if there was a good quality woman that would want to be with me, I would question her judgment 100%. I would be super sus about that. So, so one of the things that I live in San Diego Comic Con. I was asking this girl like where the bathroom was, and 20 minutes later I get to the comments. Is this the new Mrs. Randy Chavez? I was like, guys, I was just asking where the bathroom was. Um, so I asked Brittany on the cruise, hey, what are your like chief complaints about me? Like, if you were me, what is something you would start doing or stop doing? What are concerns? Give me some healthy criticism about my life. And one of the things she said was that you should be more open to love. And I love love. I love people. I love Dashi. I love my friends that I was just with today. I love their family. I love people. That's why I'm here talking to everyone. I love you guys. Um, but it's just, you know, I'm working, and this is not the only thing I do. And even though I'm retired, I advise for other people, and I'm trying to do cap raise for other people, and I'm trying to do this business deal with Al Khan and Lori and Jillian, and just there's a lot of moving parts in every single thing that I'm doing, and it's a lot, and and it's um most women want to spend time with their boyfriends. Most women are like pets. You need to feed them, you need to give them attention, and they most women they want things that I just can't give right now. And it's unfortunate because when in a few years when OMI does moon, suddenly I have millions of dollars, and okay, then most women are just gonna want me for that. But I like Drax's character. He says in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, it says, "When you're ugly, people love you for you. Beautiful people never know who to trust." I was like, oh, that's so good. Oh, see that? Oh, Disney ruining Marvel. Oh, the lines, some of the lines of dialogue are so good. Um, yeah, so there's a lot going against it right now. I might be open to that at some point. I'm just not open to relationships right now. Now, it doesn't mean I don't like to have a good time, but it's just different. Also, yeah. Anywho, there's more that goes into that, but we'll get to the comments first. Kristen Finney says, "Did you get the Mickey set today?" I did not. I did not. I was at the gym and I didn't even get it. Joe says, "How long did your eyebrows take to grow back?" Honestly, only a couple weeks. And granted, these were much thicker when I first had them before I shaved them off, and then they came back, and I think they're fairly well now, but they were much thicker. But to get to this level, a couple weeks wasn't bad. Carlos Castron says, "No, Randy, once OMI blow up and you have bank, you'll be able to have multiple girlfriends because you'll be 1%, man." You're laughing on top of that. I mean, yeah, but then, women want you for the wrong reasons. They want you just because of your money. It's like, well, I understand that, but, you know, I want women to be excited to be with. And again, I know I'm asking for a lot with that. But BK says, "I saw it. She had to take it down." It says, "Guys are little boys in men's bodies." Yeah, that's unfortunate. Joe says, "Your top OMI holder. Don't put yourself down, OMI. We normal dudes win too." Oh, I've been. Let me show you who I was engaged to. Let me show you who oh god, posts from me. This is Natastascia Reshetnikova, and she was Yup Mulvian. We were engaged, so we started dating in 2010. I was 19. We met at a strip club that I was doorman at first, and then I did dance for a summer. And she was also a dancer there. And oh, I'm still alive. And she liked to play with guns, and she knows she's half Ukraine and she's half Russian, and she knows sambo, and she's qualified on more weapons than I am, and we did PI jobs together. And when things got a little hot and heavy and very, very, we ended it. And then in late 2013, after I was in the military, and she's not too far away in New York City, and met up a bunch and picked up right where we left off, and she got hurt on a job. I had to take her to a hospital. And oh god, I thought she was gonna fudge some people up. They wouldn't let me back there in the room with her because I wasn't family. I thought she was gonna start swinging the IV. I thought she was gonna fudge people up, but she was surprisingly very calm. And she came out to me and she said, "I think we should get married." And I was like, "Yeah, probably a good idea." So she proposed to me, and I don't know if I've ever told you guys this story. Yeah, the 35 people here getting a super rare treat. Last night's episode was really good too. That was a really, really good one. We talked about a lot of stuff. So this happens in February of 2014, and we're supposed to get married in April. And she goes, it's so sad. She goes to Ukraine to visit her mom. So her mom couldn't travel, was not doing well. And I said, "Hey, Mom, I'm going to get married." And while she's over there, some outside government agency, I don't know which one. Well, let me put it this way. Ukraine had voted to not join the European Union, and whoever initiated the coup took a page out of America's playbook on what they did to Iran in 1953. And if you don't know what that is, it's Iran had a very anti-US president, and they took him out, and they installed a pro-American president. Um, so whoever, initiated the coup d'etat in Ukraine, I don't know who it was, did the same exact thing as America did to Iran in 1953. They put in a pro-European Union leader, and Ukraine was split right down the middle. She was in eastern Ukraine, where all the rebels were. Well, they're just people that didn't want to join the European Union, but Kiev and everyone was like, okay, no, we're heck joining. And civil war happened, and I couldn't go because I was under contract with the U.S. military, and this is a really bad story. Long story short, clear not together anymore. But that was the one where that was the closest I ever got, because that's a lot. Like she liked animals. Like she wasn't as big of an animal person, but she had a cat named Alex. Oh, I love that cat. That cat was so chill. And she matched my ruthless aggression, if I can quote John Cena, a really weird quote. She matched my sex drive. She matched my affinity for guns and helping people and PI jobs, and she matched everything. And she liked brown boys. But things happen. Like the entire universe lined up for a civil war to break out. It's and again, there's an episode of House where Chase is talking to Cameron and says, like, your last husband died while you were in that honeymoon phase. I can't live up to that. Like you can't live up, because it was a fairy tale. You had nothing but happy times, except when he died. Me and Nastascia, we obviously had very bad times, but we had I kind of, it's getting cold in here. I farted. I'm so sorry. I farted a lot. I always fantasize and fetishize this relationship because it is a lot of the things I wanted. It's helping people, and with the PI jobs, and then it was never boring. And she taught me Russian. I taught her some proper martial arts, some boxing. We filled gaps. We're a great team. Yeah. So now if I were to go and try to be with someone, I'd want them to be a veteran, because only veterans really know what other veterans are going through, even though veterans tend to come with baggage, like I do. But then maybe they should at least understand some stuff with Veve. It's so hard. It's really hard to find a good matchup. Yeah. Moving on. Big A says, honestly, Randy, as someone with light skin and very handsome, it's all very taxing having all these women throwing themselves at me. Don't sweat it. JK, women aren't as shallow as you think. Dude, I love people. People are great. Women are great. And again, if I find someone, you don't go looking for love. It just happens. I mean, you do sometimes. Someone's gonna hunt a little, but it just happens, and it happens when you least expect it. And it's like, fudge. I wasn't expecting to go and have a 1.5 year relationship with Danielle. It's really good a lot of times, and sometimes it wasn't. But I loved her, and I only think about her when I loved her. Despite some things, but it was yeah, we kind of fell into the relationship, and I never want to, like I said, the breakups, I never want to feel like that again. So I will do everything in my power to not. I will tell people, or women, not men, I'll tell women, hey, you probably shouldn't date me. And I'll give them a whole host of reasons to not date me. And if they can look past that, like, ma'am, I'm giving you all of these red flags. Like, you got, you know, self-sabotage. Not a bot says, be careful, Randy. 150 million OMI tokens will make you a target for females. I'm aware. Kelly Boudreaux says, I'm not into men personally, but I think you're a good-looking dude, especially since your eyebrows are big. I don't know who you're comparing yourself to, but you're great. Oh, well, thank you. It's really, really interesting with men, because you ask any men their favorite compliment from a woman, or any compliment from a woman, they'll be able to tell you. They will be able to remember most, if not all, the compliments they receive from women that aren't family. Why? Men get so few of those. Now, me having to be in kind of the public light a little bit, I get a lot of those. So, but most men do not get that at all. Most men are very, very touch starved. Like, 1 out of every 3 men under the age of 30 have not had sex in the last year. There's a very, very big, and again, why is that? Is because, again, most women go for the top 20% of men, and it's not like most women think like, oh, that guy's okay. No, it's like, ew, no, never, eat it. Because again, women have to be that way because they're the gatekeepers of life. So you have to be very choosy. And yeah, it's and again, if things were different, if I was in the military and didn't have money and I didn't have, I would be in that same position. But thankfully, because of X, Y, and Z reasons, I'm not. But yeah, I understand how incels can come to me. It's like that part in Lord of the Rings. You want to know how the orcs first came into being? They were elves once. Okay, how did incels come into being? They were once normal men, and they just got shat on for years, and then they just, oh God, I wish men could just, it would be so, I feel like society really try to disincentivize men to be like men, like to be like, okay, go out there and make a bunch of money, go out there and be a man and be aggressive and be disagreeable and be conscientious and be all these things that will make you successful and will make you attractive to women. And I feel like a lot of it's such a strange time. Such a strange time. But thank you, Kelly. Not a bot says Randy, she could have been a KGB agent. So in it's a very long story, but I'll say this. Nastascia was very capable of many things. Like, she fought in the war and most likely died in the war. But I will say this. In October of 2014, there was an article that came out. I forget who it was by. Hang on one second. Oh, excuse me. There was an article that came out in October of 2014 referencing a train hijack that happened in August of 2014. And it was about this shipment of gold running from somewhere to Germany, and it ran through Ukraine, and it got hit. And about $100 million worth of gold was stolen. And it is very possible that Nastascia put a team together, hit the train, and I would very much like to believe that Nastascia is doing her favorite things, maybe finding a nice Ukrainian or Russian guy to go and do jobs with and helping people, and because that's what she loved. So that's my dream for her. Yeah. You could probably find that article if you Google. But she could have done, yeah, she would have made it very good. Well, maybe not the best source. She can't take orders too well. But she's very, very combat efficient. Um, yeah, like I said, more comfortable on more weapons than I was. Joe says we will all be in the 1%. Joe says I'm in love with Nastascia right now. She sounds amazing. Oh, she was, man. Oh, such a beautiful, passionate, trigger happy lady. Yes. Little older though. A little older. um, but I love older women. That's what I do. Kelly says me too. Yeah. Although she was a little rough, like she's very blunt. Like if somebody was saying something like that's stupid, that's dumb. Like it was a good time. Excuse me. So I'm gonna see what else we got here going on. Oh wow, we got a bunch of okay. So some girl Brittany. Oh yes, I haven't seen this in a while. So here's a photo of me, Taps, some girl Brittany, and Alligator Loki. Oh my god, this is my favorite. Oh my god, this is my favorite photo ever. Oh my goodness. Who's this? Loki's Angel Taps Trades. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite photo ever. Maybe not ever, but it's heckin' close. Oh, look at that. Oh, babes. And Loki, and Alligator Loki. Says this actually better win. I mean, it's epic. FBB fan bam says I vote for this one. The photographers were surprised too. Honestly, this might actually win. This. Oh my god! Look at that. Look at that. I heckin' love this photo. Look at Taps in those shoulders. Look at that. Look at that piece of man. All right, I'm gonna stop. I think Taps. Um. I couldn't find out what she shared. Oh wow. She tweeted a couple times, but it says it. Brittany, I'm not seeing your stuff. You keep deleting your tweets. Biscuits replied, "Oh, this is epic, dude. Look at Biscuits and look at Batgirl. That is heckin' cool. That is dope. That is dope AF. Batgirl taking the selfie. She's not taking a selfie. Biscuit. I don't know. It'd probably be hard to do, but that's pretty legit. Oh, this is. Oh, she's got a bunch. Oh my god. Let me lower the. Oh yeah, it's a raindrop next to Lady Death. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god. The Throg with Mjolnir or Gilnir. Oh my god, that's so good too. Oh my god, the honeycomb bee with the honeybee. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my goodness, this Biscuits is a very, very talented photographer. So go Brittany is like F you. You might beat Loki's Angels. This is amazing. Um Loki's an okay. Like my face would be gone. Too cool for okay. These are oh my god. Okay, Biscuits. Kuits. Oh my god, it auto corrected to the actual Biscuits. Incredibly talented photographer. This is art. Oh my god, this is. Oh shoot, did it not go? I hate it when things. No, it didn't go. It didn't send. Oh god, I got it. Okay. Biscuits. This is, all right, you are, okay. You are incredibly talented. This is art. I said Bart. Okay. Okay, send now. Yay, it's sent. Okay, cool. Let me get back to some more comments over here. Kelly says, JK. Not about says, damn, Randy, you are Long Island James Bond. Well, I'm from Peru, but yes, I do live in Long Island. And at the time, I was living in Jersey when I was with Nastascia. Well, I was on Long Island when we started dating in 2010. Oh, that summer. That was so good. That was really, really good. That was great. Millhams is what up, buddy. Merry Christmas. Actually, it is. It's 5 minutes away from Christmas, but yes, yes. What up, Millham? I hope you and Brandy are doing so well. I just tell her I said hey, and I love you guys. You guys are great. The Metaverse says, Randy, I'm almost at 25 million OMI. I'm getting very tempted by MCP to change my focus to collectibles. Help me keep focus. All right, Metaverse. We've got to stay focused, gentlemen. We've got to stay focused. I love that. It's just a line from it's a video on this guy that he's playing GTA and his partner, he's got that cake. He's got that cake in his butt. It's a huge butt, and it's a dude, and the dude looks like, we've got to stay focused, gentlemen. We've got to stay focused, and it's like this deep black voice that you just want to follow into battle. Anyway, but yes, stay focused. I mean, again, I'm buying a bunch of these low mint Marvel Mighties, and I could have just cashed out to buy OMI. Probably would have been better for me to buy OMI. I can say that it's like, okay, most people know how to get in shape. Most people know how to get a good body. Okay, you exercise, you walk. Even if you're really fat, you walk, you diet, you move around, and then you start jumping rope, and then you go and you do things. People objectively know how to get in shape. They just don't do it. I know that OMI is probably going to be the better ROI than low mint Marvel Mighties, even though I just happen to be my thing. I love them. They're great. And I think they will have a good ROI. I just can't help myself. It's like people that like, all right, what is this cookie really doing for you? Is it going to make you a better person? No, you're eating this cookie for the mouth pleasure. You're eating this cookie because, like, people don't sit around, eat chips, and watch TV because it's good for you. You do it because it feels good. I mean, it doesn't because you feel like crap afterwards. But yeah, OMI is probably the best way to go, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Richard Samuel says, "Hey Randy, Merry Christmas." Hi Richard Samuel. I hope you're doing well. I want to take a look at some of these more photos. Oh my god, these photos are brilliant. Potential human says BMO finds life partner. Oh. It's so good. God, some of these are so good. Some of these are great. Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron. Okay, let's see what else we got here. There's a car, there's this, there's that. Interesting. Only shows a little bit. Oh, I thought it went to biscuits. I thought it did the thing. Biscuits? Okay, hold on. Lumber, unicorns, lion, cool, Appalachian, let's go. Phew, can't wait to chat. Stream. What the fudge? Okay, hold on. Wait a second. I have to go. Okay, delete. I could have sworn it sent. Okay, we're gonna figure out this Twitter. Let me go to the biscuits and see her tweets and replies, because I can't find it on my tweets and replies, which is really heckin' crazy. Oh yeah, so to take pictures of stuff, play games, and eat tacos. Ah, woman after my own heart. But again, friend, I'm Britain. Can't believe it. I don't even know how I have to say that. Oh god, she has been. Oh, okay, there we go. So biscuits is talented. Okay, good. It did send. Yeah, I feel like anyone when I talk about this is the new Mrs. Randy Chavez. Richard Samus says, I'm going to start buying OMI monthly starting mid 2023 until OMI hits 003. Then I'll stop. Let's go. I hope it stays low enough for you to buy. Metaverse has joined the club, Richard. I hope it stays low enough for you guys to buy. Anyway, it is now officially Christmas. Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron. Happy Christmas, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will stream again later tonight. I'm making another video, or might make not. We'll see what happens. This is good. This is fun. Thank you for being here with me the last 2 hours. It was a lot of fun. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashie. Bye-bye, Dashie. Everyone check out wraithbacks.eth domain name and OEA.